We good? All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to welcome you to the January 2nd, 2018 Informal County Commission meeting. Hope everyone had a great Christmas and New Year. We're going to call this meeting to order. First on the agenda, under Citizens to Address the Commission, Dr. Jody Robinson. She's going to speak regarding the opening of the Stephen A. Cohen Military Family Clinic at Centerstone.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for allowing me to speak to you. You should have a little brochure in front of you that describes the clinic, but my name is Dr. Jody Robinson. I'm here to just talk to you about the opening of this clinic. The clinic will open in the spring of this year. I don't have a specific date, but the location is 775 Weatherly Drive, which is right across from the Veterans Administration, the new VA. The name of the clinic is the Stephen A. Cohen Military Family Clinic at Centerstone. The goal of the clinic is to offer short-term, low to no-cost services to veterans and their family members. The important thing that I would like you to know, besides it being for veterans, it's regardless of discharge status. So a person can have, as they say, bad papers and still receive services through our clinic. Family members are also going to be served, regardless of whether they're married, partners, cousins, aunts, etc. Whatever the service member or whoever the service member deems as a family member can be served. The target population is post 9/11 veterans. However, should a veteran from another era present, that veteran will not necessarily be turned away, but rather a needs assessment conducted, and if possible, the services provided to that veteran. Services will be offered to both adults and children. Individual, family, couples, therapy. It is my understanding that our intention is to offer groups such as PTSD, possibly A&D groups, but I am not sure at this time. Also, we're offering case management and outreach services. Disorders treated include PTSD, anxiety, depression, grief and loss, reintegration, family issues. The services to be offered are short-term in nature from 12 to 14 sessions. That being said, the practices used have are evidence-based practices that support their utility for symptom reduction within the 12 to 14 sessions. The clinic is hiring veterans, spouses such as myself, and other persons who have significant familiarity with the military culture. Oftentimes when people are seeking mental health services, barriers to treatment occur. In order to reduce the barriers, the clinic is offering free transportation within a 30-mile radius. They are also offering varying hours to include evenings and weekends. I believe it's Saturdays only, but we still have yet to figure that out. On-site childcare, should it be required, telehealth if the demand requires. Same-day intakes, which might be telephonic, with a face-to-face appointment within 7 calendar days. That's all I really wanted to let you know. Did I do it? Did I do my 3 minutes?
Thank you, Doctor. Are there any questions?
Any questions?
Thank you. Thank you for providing that service. Under public hearing regarding zoning, there are no zoning cases for January. First resolution is Resolution 1811. It's a resolution amending the budget of the Montgomery County Information Technology Department, the IT department. Mr. Bryant, you want to step up, and if there's any questions, we'll have him address those. I know there are some documents that have been placed in your Dropbox. Those outline the request and what was approved through the Budget Committee. Are there any questions? All right, seeing none. Thank you. Next is Resolution 1812. It's a resolution to amend the budgets of various funds for fiscal year 2018 in certain areas of revenue and expenditures. We asked Mr. Jeff Taylor to address this.
Yes, sir. If you go to the first page of the Excel sheet following the resolution, at the very bottom of the page, the first item is for TennCare supplemental revenue. EMS is working with TennCare, and there's a new system where they pay a certain fee per call into this system, and in return, they get a return in revenue in addition to what they currently receive. I believe it's about a 5-to-1 ratio. Is that correct, Mr. Evans? Going on to the second page at the very bottom, you'll see that we also received a $1,500 donation for animal control, as well as insurance recovery for the sheriff's office, which will be used for vehicle replacement. And then at the very bottom, at the very top of the next page is $10,600, where they will be using DP reserves to purchase computer equipment for their department. Going on to the next page, under your expenditures, the first appropriation under the county commission was the $50,000 for the charter commission consolidation study. That was approved in May of last year. It wasn't able to get put into the budget in time, so we're adding that to the budget for this year. The next one for Veterans Treatment Court Grant is just reallocating of funds. The next two are what I mentioned previously, the data processing reserves for the sheriff's office and the vehicle replacement. The next two are just no new money, just adjustment of the original appropriations for the at-risk grant and the sex offender registry. The next one on the following page, $6,600 in the Homeland Security grant, is just reappropriating the money in the correct slot for communication equipment to be purchased for Houston County. As I mentioned earlier, the TennCare charges of $140,000, you'll see on that page in the middle so that we can receive that $350,000 in additional revenue. And at the bottom of the page, two land purchases we've had this year, the parking lot next to Downtown Commons, as well as the Public Safety Trading Complex. The $5,500 is just to pay for the property taxes for those two parcels. Any questions?
Okay, no questions. Next, we're moving into reports. First report is the nominating committee nominations. Chairman Nichols.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. The nominating committee met this evening, and commissioners, bear with me. We have 5 committees with multiple commissioners that have been nominated. I'll begin with the Agricultural Extension Committee. Commissioner Joe Wyatt has been filling an unexpired term and is now eligible to be nominated to serve his first 2-year term to expire January 2020. Laura Sly is nominated to replace Mary Daughtry for a 2-year term to expire January 2020. Commissioner Garland Johnson has been nominated to replace Commissioner Ed Baggett for a 2-year term to expire January 2020. Denny Green is nominated to serve his second 2-year term to expire January 2020. The Jail and Juvenile Committee, Commissioner Martha Brockman is eligible to be nominated to serve her last 2-year term to expire January 2020. And Commissioner Tommy Vallejos is eligible to be nominated to serve another 2-year term to expire January 2020. The Museum Board, Betsy Kimbrough, nominated to replace Diana Todd for a 3-year term to expire January 2021. Martha Hobson, nominated to replace Katie Gamble for a 3-year term to expire January 2021. And Tom Creech replacement has been deferred to February. And per the Rules Committee's guidance, and the reallocation of the geographical areas and nomination for and realignment of the commissioners, I'll go through each of the geographic areas for the nominating committee and the school liaison committee. In geographic area 1, Commissioner John Gannon's term doesn't expire until January 2019, and there's no change. In geographic area 2, Commissioner Robert Gidge is eligible for reappointment for a 2-year term to expire 2020. In geographic area 3, Commissioner Tooley's term doesn't expire until 2019, and there's no change. In geographic area 4, Commissioner Vallejos has been nominated to serve his 2-year term to expire in January 2020. In geographic area 5, and myself, my term does not expire until 2019, and there's no change. On the school liaison committee in geographic area 1, Commissioner David Harper is nominated to replace Charlie Keene, and he will serve a 2-year term to expire January 2020. Geographic Area 2, Commissioner Jerry Alberts nominated to serve a 2-year term to expire January 2020. Geographic Area 3, Commissioner Wallace Webb nominated to serve a second 2-year term to expire in January 2020. In Geographic Area 4, Commissioner Keene is eligible for reappointment, replacing Commissioner Gibbs for a 2-year term to expire January 2020. In Geographic Area 5, Commissioner Genis' term does not expire until January 2019. And Mayor Pro Tem, that is the 5 committees that the nominating committee has brought forth for the commission.
Thank you, Commissioner Nichols. Next are the county mayor nominations and appointments. I'm going to read these. These should be in your packet. Animal Control Committee, Commissioner Brandon Butts nominated to serve another 2-year term to expire January 2020. John Rudolph nominated to serve another 2-year term to expire January 2020. Dr. Ben Howard has been filling an unexpired term and is now eligible to be nominated to serve his first full-year two-year term to expire January 2020. Mike Oliver's replacement from Montgomery County Sheriff's Office is deferred to February. Purchasing Committee, Commissioner Joe Wyant nominated to serve another 1-year term to expire January 2019. Commissioner Martha Brockman nominated to replace Commissioner Larry Riccone for a 1-year term to expire January 2019. Commissioner Monroe Gildersleeve to serve 3 years, has served 3 years, and is eligible to serve another 1-year term to expire January 2019. Commissioner Audrey Tooley has served 3 years and is eligible to serve another 1-year term to expire January 2019. Budget Committee, Commissioner John Gannon appointed to serve another 1-year term to expire 2019. Commissioner Larry Riccone appointed to serve another 1-year term to expire January 2019. Commissioner Tommy Vallejos appointed to serve another 1-year term to expire 2019. Commissioner Charlie Keene appointed to serve another 1-year term to expire 2019. 911 Emergency Communication District Board, Elizabeth Henley appointed to another 2-year term, which would complete her 4-year term to expire January 2020. Gino Grubbs appointed to another 2-year term, which would complete his 4-year term to expire January 2020. Fire Chief Ed Baggett has been appointed as interim Montgomery County Fire Chief, replacing Jerry Buchanan, who retired December 31st, 2017. Museum Board, Commissioner Charlie Keene appointed to serve another 1-year term as ex officio member, term to expire January 2019. Residential Development Commission, Commissioner Wallace Redd appointed to another 2-year term to expire January 2020. Commissioner Garland Johnson has been filling an unexpired term and is now eligible to serve his first 2-year term to expire January 2020. Eric Honeycutt, Housing Task Force, appointed to another 2-year term to expire January 2020. Rex Hawkins, Housing Task Force, replacement will be deferred to February. George Giles, School Board replacement will be deferred till February. Stormwater Board of Appeals, Leo Milan, lay member, appointed to serve another 1-year term to expire January 2019. Alan Burkhart, lay member, appointed to serve another 1-year term to expire January 2019. Allison Means, alternative, appointed to serve another 1-year term to expire January 2019. Alan Mosier, alternative, appointed to serve another 1-year term to expire January 2019, which will conclude his 4-year term. Those are the county mayor nominations. Under reports filed, you have those. Those are minutes from December 11th, 2017. Is there any old business? Seeing none, are there any announcements? Seeing none. I hope everybody had a great holiday again. With no further business, we stand adjourned.